Hello there, this is Cindy B at cindybdesigns.com, and we are continuing our August 2016 catalog sneak peek preview over at the Papercraft Crew, which would be papercraftcrew.com. I'm going to focus in on this Frosted Medallion stamp set. Again, there's no dies that come along with this, and there's several stamp sets in there that I'm kind of wondering, or like product suites, where do you belong in this holiday catalog? And that just tells me we're carrying it over. The Paisley is one of them if you haven't seen it yet. But the colors that revolve around this, which by the way they forgot to send me, so I'm just going to show it to you. There's the Fancy Frost Specialty Designer Series paper, and then the glitter ribbon combo pack is 3/8, and there's sweet sugar plum and silver. This is what I was really after today, was the Fancy Frost sequins, and there's soft sky, sugar plum, and then white gold in there. Fortunately, I got into my in color sequin assortment, which for this year does have that sweet sugar plum stamp in it, or that sequin in it, so I'm going to roll with it. We have a super easy, mass-producible card that we're going to make. You can even one layer it onto white if you want to do that, and keep it monochromatic at two colors of soft suede and soft sky, or soft suede and sweet sugar plum. The options are yours. Of course, I'm going to layer mine up just a little bit. So I have a base of sweet sugar plum cardstock here, and I grabbed a piece of 8.5 by 11, and then I cut it at 4 1/4, rotate it, scored it at the 5.5 mark for a basic standard A2 size card that will fit in one of our medium envelopes. Then I have a piece of white cardstock cut from Whisper White that is cut 1/8 of an inch less than 5.5 by 4 1/4. So that would be 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and it's going to layer on there perfectly. So to get started, here is our stamp set again with the Frosted Medallions, New Year's, and then wishing you the happiest of days, the best is yet to come. This is wedding. This is also, these images also, and like I said, I've been going through my old punches and die cuts. We have a punch for this middle right here. We have one for that little flower right there. We have one for this out here. This is an image that you can really, really layer up, colorize, have some fun with. Again, we're going to keep it simple. So I'm not going to grab my cardstock base just yet. I want to take my Misty, because I'm going to be using Soft Sky on as my main image, and it is this photo pop, well, what do they call it? They're clear stamps, clear amount, and I want to ink it up a couple times just to make sure that it's going to go on there. That was my two magnets sticking together, and in the perfect placement, because I don't want to blow this. So if you have a Misty, and anytime you use stamps with any rubber on behind, take your pad out, because you don't need it. So I'm going to kind of use my points as a line of reference, and I'm just looking left and right, top and bottom, just to make sure that everything is on there. I'm going to close the door, pick it up, grab my Soft Sky, and if I had had that ribbon pack, I would have totally blinged this card up big time. Now remember, with these rubber stamps here, I'm I'm going to zoom in. Be careful that you don't get anything on the edges. That will show up on your card. So I'm just taking a good look around. I'm looking good. I'm going to close the door of my Misty and just give that a really good press. Whoa, check it out. Is that cool or wet? That turned out awesome. So I'm going to move this stamp off because we are done with this tool. I'm really surprised I didn't have to ink that up twice. If you wanted a darker image, you could. Okay, so I come out without making me rip my paper, you know? Yeah, I'm done. Okay, so we have our image here. Now, anytime remember that you want to, I was going to say photopolymer, but they're not because we're sticking to the exact same stamp set. So I want to get this lined up on my grid mat for the center point here, and I'll move it out so it's a little bit more in your line of sight. Okay, the sentiment I'm going to put directly over this with soft suede ink, and I happen to have my Stampin' Up here because I must use it. Now if you can see through here, see those little flowers right there at the end? They work perfectly. And this is how you know that you have your sentiment dead center. They layer on top and work perfectly with this image here. So I'm going to leave that. I'm going to grab my Happy New Year stamp and some soft suede ink. And I'm just going to lay that right on top of the stamp pad until I get this exactly how I want it. Okay, we'll move that out of the way. Then I'm going to ink this up. Off to the side here. And I have some ink on the side of my stamp, which I'm getting paranoid about, but I figure quick up and quick down won't hurt me, and it did not. So I'm going to bring this up so you can see it again, because I still haven't adjusted my tripod. Isn't that cool? That's it for our card. We're done with the top of it. I did die cut another panel, or just cut one the exact same size. So I'm going to lay this down here as well. And I could grab back in that little snowflake stamp, but I'm not going to. New Year's cards are great for giving out to people that you accidentally forget on your Christmas list. And not very many people do it. So I'm going to move that out of the way, make sure that my sentiment on my block is right side up. And once again, I'm just going to go ahead and grab the soft suede ink and use that. There we go. I got some great impressions. So I'm going to get all this ink out of my way before I stick my elbows, thumbs, whatever you name into it. Now that this one here is completely dry, I'm just going to flip it over, add some adhesive on the back, okay, I'm out of adhesive. And these are so easily mass producible, and they're cute too. I'm not a big sweet sugar plum fan, but I have to admit that the color has grown on me just a little bit. So since I only have 1/8 of an inch to work with, I gotta be careful and get this on. Okay, and I just turn over my card and give it a good rub. Now on the front, how I want to incorporate that sweet sugar plum in, because it looks kind of off without it, is I've already grabbed a couple of those sequins and I stuck them on my roll of glue dots here. And I'm going to put one just right at the end of each of those little flowers. We're done. That is the front of our card. Sweet, cute, simple, you name it, all those other adjectives. Let's go ahead and get the inside put in. And that way I'll be completely done with my card and it will be ready to go out. Once again, flip it over, make sure it's down. So anyhow, I hope that you enjoy this really simple, hopefully less than 10-minute card. I like it. I mean, the layout is so stinking easy. You can use it for anything. So, more products of that great 2016 Stampin' Up! Holiday Catalog. Enjoy them, and you don't have too much longer to wait before you can have them in your craft room too. So be sure to visit your favorite Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and request a catalog. And that's it. Thanks for stopping by today. God bless, and I will see you again the next time. Bye.